What's your name and where you from?
My name is Debbie and I'm from Southeast London.
Talk to me about what life was like growing up there.
Growing up here, life was quite restricted for me. I had very strict parents. My dad was a reverend, my mum was a pastor. And yeah, I wasn't really allowed to go out much or listen to music or watch too many things on TV. Harry Potter was a no-go. Yeah, so it was quite secluded, but it was all right.
How do you think that impacted you?
How did it impact me? I think it made me hone into my craft a little bit more because I didn't have nothing to do. So yeah.
Yeah. Talk to me a little bit more about your home environment. Obviously, you mentioned that, your parents were quite strict.
Yeah.
So, what was it like at home in general outside of that?
Home was a lot. My mum she was someone that tried her best. I feel like I hear a lot of people say that. But yeah, she was someone that tried her best in not the best environment. My dad was a reverend, but he was a bit backwards. So it meant like a lot of trouble in the home. It meant a lot of shouting, a lot of defending yourself. And we were kind of left to our own devices a lot because sometimes we'd be left in the house by ourselves. But it was okay, we survived.
Yeah. When you say by yourselves, are you talking about you and your siblings?
Yeah, me and my siblings.
How many siblings did you have?
I have 2.
How would you say that impacted your relationship with your parents then? Them kind of not being around, but also when they were around, maybe their behavior towards you wasn't something that you enjoyed all the time.
How it impacted my behavior with my parents. I wasn't close to my parents at all. I definitely wasn't close to my dad. I don't even call him dad, I call him Joseph.
Wow.
And my mum, I just learned to be around her. Now that I'm older, I can learn to forgive and understand that it was her first time on earth too. But at the time, I just kept a healthy distance in order to just keep in survival mode. There was such a distance in our home. My mum would tell me that I reminded her of her mum. And she didn't get along with her mum at all. So sometimes that would come out on me and it just created such a friction that she didn't really feel like a mum to me. She just felt like someone that was providing a roof over my head and some money in my bank here and there.
At the time, or even just later, who were you able to confide in? Because if you weren't finding safety at home, where was you kind of finding that safety and just someone to talk to?
Not many places, to be honest. It was really just music. It was music that I was finding it in, yeah.
Yeah. Would you say there was anything that you had to unlearn coming out of that environment? Maybe now trying to live life on your own. Would you say there was anything that you had to just unlearn from that time of your life?
There was a bunch I had to unlearn. I had to unlearn hypervigilance. I'm still kind of unlearning it. Like, I'm scared of pigeons, so my brain is going like this. I would say I had to unlearn what love looks like. I think from that terrible home environment, I got into some terrible relationships and I had to see that this is not what love looks like. Step away. I had to also unlearn what a relationship with God looks like. Obviously, my dad was a reverend, my mum was a pastor. To me, this is what Christianity looks like. Yeah. I had to change the way I saw my relationship with God. I had a lot of church hurt. And I saw God as like, they say look at God as a father, but then the only example of a father I had was not that good. So I couldn't quite understand how this was all going to work. So I had to unlearn what a father is and what a father should be. And then, relearn what love looks like. Yeah.
What does love look like to you?
Love, well, as a believer, love to me is kind, it's patient. It doesn't hold any records of wrongs. It's meant to be unconditional or as unconditional as you can get.
Would you say for a while you maybe lost some love for yourself as well?
I wouldn't say I lost love for myself. I think I was just very numb. Yeah.
Yeah. What did that numbness look like outside of, you know, your home? Because I know you felt quite numb to things going on at home, but did that often impact maybe friendships as well?
Yeah, because I think I didn't show up as myself because I was so dissociated. Like you could do anything and I'd just be like, that would just be me.
Yeah.
And people would be like, hello, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. And I think I just learned to be really dissociated. So that would affect my friendships because obviously I'm just not here. Like you can be talking to me and I'm somewhere else.
Yeah.
So that's something that got in the way, but I learned to overcome that.
How are you doing mentally? Because it sounds like a lot.
I'm actually doing all right. I'm doing good. It's funny because you say all these stories and at the time it's so intense, but everything passes.
Yeah.
And mentally I'm in the best space I've ever been in. Yeah.
What did the period of your life look like where maybe mental health was a bit difficult for you?
There was a point, I would say like I was like, I've got hay fever by the way, that's why I keep wiping my eyes. I was maybe like 5 or 6 and I went to this terrible school. It's closed down now. And it was an abusive school. And then I got home and I was being abused. And it was like, go to school, get abused, come home, you get abused. And I just didn't have an out. I would say that 5 to 7 year old period, worst time.
Was this abuse from students or teachers or?
Teachers.
Teachers. Was it physical abuse? What was that like? Because I mean, you're going to school and thinking like, these are people that's supposed to take care of you. So what was it like just having to constantly go back there? You
know what? I was so used to abuse at that point that it just felt normal. Like I genuinely thought this is what adults do. This is the vibe. It just felt tiring. I was always really tired as a kid. So yeah.
After everything that you've been through, what would you say keeps you hopeful?
Keeps me hopeful, God, music, people.
Love that. Debbie, thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.